Hi, and welcome back to Lizard Studios. Today you are going to be making a paper mache shoe. Yes, you're going to be making a paper mache shoe to put some things inside, just like this, to give it to somebody as a present, to keep it for yourself, to put it on your table at school and keep all your supplies there, and or whatever you want. We're going to talk also about las fallas in Spain, because las fallas are also made with paper mache. It's just a smoother version of paper mache, and we're going to be looking at that. But the first thing that we need to do today is get our materials on the table so we could begin working. Okay, so let's do it. So today you are going to need white glue. You're going to need a cup with water, a little bit of water, and a paintbrush. Okay, and I'll tell you what to do that with that later on. You're going to need a paper towel roll, just like this one. Okay, because the toilet paper rolls are very thin, so we want one that is thick, that it's wide in the middle, so you could put more things inside. Okay, you're gonna need newspaper. Okay, you're also gonna need the top of a cornflake or a cereal box or cookie box. You're gonna need some tape, all right, and this one will be fine. And then you're gonna need paper, okay, some paper and scissors, and that's about it. And then we could begin making our shoe. Okay, now first thing that I wanted to talk about was las fallas in Valencia, Spain. Okay, and what I wanted to tell you about that is that the fallas are made, they're big beautiful dolls, or they're big beautiful sculptures that are made with paper mache. And they're put into funny figures that at the end of the festivity, they're all burnt and they just go away. And with the fire, the spring is welcome into Valencia, into Spain. So that's what the tradition is, to make this big paper, beautiful paper mache dolls, and then burn them, and spring begins, a new life begins. All right, so today we're not gonna burn, obviously, our shoe that we're gonna make, but we're gonna keep it to give it to somebody as a present or to keep it for yourself. Today we are going to learn how to do the process of paper mache. Okay, so let's begin. So the first thing that we're gonna do today is put our row right here to see more or less the size of the shoe that we want to do. Okay, I'm gonna cut this in half because what I want to do is, I don't want the pencil to go all the way down like this. I want it to show at the top. So I am going to cut maybe halfway here, or maybe a third of it. A third, I think more or less, a little bit more than a third would be fine. So what you do is you cut it. You could use the other piece, it could fly away just like that, or you could use it for another student or for somebody else or for another shoe if you want to make two shoes. Okay, then you're gonna take marker or a pencil, and you're gonna go around and you are going to kind of draw how you want the shoe to be. It's like an oval. We're gonna make like an oval, more or less. Okay, I'm gonna make more or less an oval here, like a bean or something like that. And like that, we cut around it and we begin making the shoe. Okay, so first we make the shape of the shoe. Now we're gonna cut the shape of the shoe. So you just cut into it. The reason why I told you to use a cardboard paper is because it's stronger, and then it could sit on the table and it will not fall apart, or it will not fall to the side. Okay, it will balance itself. So today we need to balance this shoe so it will not fall. Okay, once you're done with this, you just put it away. Okay, and what we do is we're gonna put with sellotape or with tape, you are going to tape the two to the back. Okay, so you just look for the end of it, and this is fairly easy. All you have to do is tape it just like that. Okay, just like that, to the front, to the back, and to the sides. Watch. Now what you want to do is take a little piece, a big piece just like this, and put it around just like this, so it covers all of the other sellotape and it won't come loose. Okay, so you don't want it to come loose. There you go. Now that we have this, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make it look bulky like this one. See that it's big like this? So we're gonna try to make it bulky. how do we do that? Well, you take some newspaper, okay, just a piece, okay, and we're going to fold it in, just like that, make it more or less round, and we're gonna start putting it next to here and making the shape, the form of the shoe, okay? This is the reason why the sculptures in Valencia burn so quickly, because they're made out of paper, okay? They're made out of newspaper. At the bottom, so you have to hold it down. So maybe you want to get it up like this with your hands, put the tape down here, and then make the tape go on the other side also. Okay, so this is the way that I'm putting the newspaper all the way around, you see? And I'm creating kind of like the form of the shoe. I'm gonna put more along here, on the top. So just watch me as I fill in all the little gaps, all the little spaces, okay? And then I'll show you how to make the next step, okay? Let's see. Okay, and now that I have it more or less like this, okay, and the shoe is right here like this, what I want to do is I want to tear up little pieces of newspaper, which I want you to do that, see, tear them up like this, make them like in long strips of paper, because now is when we are going to begin using the glue to put all the newspaper all around, okay, to cover everything and to give it the real shape. And then we're gonna put some paper from the kitchen, okay, kitchen towel paper. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is this. How do we make the mixture? The mixture is made very easy. You take, as you see here, I have this, there's a mark right here, and in this mark, from this mark down, is halfway water and halfway glue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to pour in the glue. Let me see if I could take this top off. There we go, it's really hard. I could do it, I'm strong. Okay, so what you're gonna do is half water and half glue. See, when the water gets to that mark is when I put so much glue in there that I put halfway glue, okay? So what you do is you cover, you close your glue really well, and what we're gonna do now is just mix it really well, okay? Because with this glue water, you're gonna begin putting the newspaper and covering everything with one layer of newspaper. So let's do it. Okay, so now that this is mixed really well, I'm gonna begin. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these papers to, these little covers that you put paper in, and like it's plastic, I'm gonna put the shoe on top of it so I don't get the paper at the bottom wet, okay, or the table wet or messy, okay? So here's what you do, okay? You put some glue, just put glue on it, all right? And you put glue on your piece of newspaper as well, all right? And what you do is you go from one side of the shoe. See, I put it also at the bottom. I take it all the way to the bottom and I glue it at the bottom. And I take it all the way to the other side, making sure that I have glue here too, okay? And it's fine if it's long enough, you could just glue it at the bottom. Just don't make it too wet at the bottom, because then it will stick to your plastic material right here. But make sure you have glue there so it stays stuck. All right? And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover everything with these strips of newspaper. All right? So just watch. Okay, so once you have your first layer of paper, of newspaper on the shoe, what you want to do is make a second layer. So this time you're gonna cross it. If you made it go across like this horizontally, now you're gonna make it go vertical, okay, the second layer. because now it's already being held to the bottom, so you're okay with this, all right? You're okay with it. All you want to do is make it smooth. Remember, in the Fallas in Spain, the sculptures are just so smooth, and they look so smooth because the layers, they try to make them really smooth, so it seems like they're very natural. Okay, that's what we're trying to do here also. We're going to try to make it as smooth as possible. Okay, so here I go. I'm going to put my second layer now. Okay, just watch. Okay, and that will be my second layer of the shoe. See, now it's all completely covered. Why am I making so many layers? Well, I'm making so many layers because I want the shoe to be strong, to be a sculpture, to hold its balance for it not to fall apart and fall to the sides later on, okay? So now I am going to go ahead and put a whole entire layer of paper, towel paper, okay? Paper towel from the kitchen. What you have to do with this is just tear it into little pieces, okay? Tear it into little pieces just like this and start gluing it on. And this will make it more smooth, okay? And it will keep all the newspaper on. Once you're finished with this, you're finished with the layers. Remember, you need 3 layers, 2 of newspaper and 1 of paper towel. Okay, so let's do it quickly so you can see. Okay, and now we are finally finished. Yes, this is a little bit messy. You're gonna get glue all over yourself. You're gonna get newspaper all over yourself. But at the end, you're gonna do a fantastic job. You're gonna have a wonderful shoe with shoelaces to put your pencils in. So let's review everything that we have done today, okay? So you could save it and you could put it away. It dries in a week, and in a week we'll be able to paint it and make it look wonderful. So let's go over all the steps. So the first thing that we did was we took a roll of paper and we put it on the cardboard. Then we took some newspaper, we rolled it up and we started making the shape. Afterwards, we put 1 layer of strips of newspaper, and then we put a second layer of strips of newspaper. And then we put 1 layer of paper, of the kitchen towel paper. Okay, so that's what we have done today. Now what you need to do is save it for next time. Put it away somewhere where it has wind or it has air, or it could dry, or you have the heater on and it could dry, and like that next week we'll be able to paint it. Okay, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed making a paper mache sculpture. We're making here a shoe. Okay, so it could be useful and you could keep it around and keep your things in it. All right, and I will see you next time to paint it and to finish it off. Okay, so have a wonderful week. Remember, creative minds build a better future. So be good, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye, guys.